zaista simboličan. Zato kažem, riječ je prije svega o političkoj poruci. Europska unija je ugovorna zajednica i doista regulative i propisi trebaju biti unaprijed poznati. Podsjećam da kada su 2004. godine iz CEFTA, a u Europsku uniju izlazile Republika Mađarska i Republika Slovenija, tada je Hrvatska bila u situaciji u kojoj je bila Bosna i Hercegovina i nakon 2 kruga pregovora doista smo se usaglasili da se s tim zemljama trgovinski odnosi nastave u tradicionalnom opsegu. Za vjerovati je da će do konca ove godine doista i nove vlasti u Bosni i Hercegovini pokazati drugačiji senzibilitet prema svojim obvezama i naravno regulama koje vladaju u Europskoj uniji. Hvala lijepo.
Thank you. And now, on behalf of the European Commission, again, Mr. Simon Mordue, for 2 minutes.
Thank you very much, Chair. Let me start by, first of all, making a point clear, which I think is important. We are not asking Bosnia for any new trade concessions or for a further opening of their market. What the purpose of this regulation is to preserve the trade pattern with Bosnia which existed before Croatia's accession to the European Union. And the only way to do this is through the adaptation of the duty-free quotas on both sides. And if we don't have that, we have a deterioration of trade conditions which we need to avoid. Now, Mr. Picule gave a very clear figure of what the expected consequences of this would be compared to the situation today where the trade concessions have not been preserved, when he spoke about a maximum estimated loss of €3 million on the Bosnian side. That's a figure that we on the Commission, we wholly share that assessment. What I think is equally important to look at for one moment is what has been the negative impact through the refusal of Bosnia to align on the Croatian exporters. Croatian exporters are currently facing losses of something around €70 million per year. And certainly on the side of the European Commission, we consider that this is a point where we need to show some solidarity with our Croatian exporters and ensure that Bosnia, like all of the other Western Balkans countries, are aligning. Let me just say a word, please, about the suspension clause. Suspension is not our... we're not wanting to suspend the autonomous trade measures. That is not our preferred option. But this is about ensuring that a tried and tested methodology that has been applied for many years also functions here. And I would see, if you like, the clause, it's a leverage. It's to make it quite clear to Bosnia that they have until the end of the year to extend the arrangement and adapt the duty-free quotas, or otherwise the advantageous trade regulation that applies to Bosnia will end. And I think we need this leverage. We've tried everything else on the Commission side and have not managed to achieve an agreement. Just let me highlight 2 other quick points. First of all, on the human rights clause, we have followed the standard clause that is always applied by our colleagues in DG Trade to all such agreements at their request. So I think this is a matter where Mr. Preda needs to discuss with his colleagues in Inter and see what the result is. Secondly, just if you allow me, one point on the proposal to involve the Council in these deliberations. Honestly, on the side of the Commission, we're struggling to see what added value this would bring, because for us, the suspension should be automatic if Bosnia does not deliver before the deadline, which is on the 31st of December 2015. And at the same time, perhaps this may help provide some reassurances to those who have tabled this amendment. The withdrawal of the suspension should also be automatic once Bosnia delivers. And actually, paradoxically, involving the Foreign Affairs Council in this issue could therefore lead to more delays because it would need it to go through the Foreign Affairs Council. And I think actually those who have tabled this amendment are wanting to avoid that point. So I would really encourage Parliament not to follow this amendment, and we'll be happy to have a further exchange of views on this outside this meeting if helpful. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Mr. Preda, to conclude the debate.
J'ai pas beaucoup à ajouter. Je voudrais tout simplement remercier mes collègues pour leur contribution. Je suis convaincu qu'on aura un bon compromis à la fin. Merci.
Thank you very much. So I would close by announcing that